Hello, everyone. It is Self Care Sunday Self Care Edition. How are you? You, and especially you. Yes, you. How are you doing today? It is so great to be back here with you tonight, live. Live, people. I am so excited to be here. So excited to be here tonight live. Boom. Let's see if I get all my screens going here. There we go. We got them all up. I got them. Oop, I gotta let the fireflies in and get it going. Get all the things. Hey, Jessica, how are you? How are things in Canada? Are the fires bad up by where you are? I gotta think they are because I've had people in Michigan complaining about the smoke. So I gotta think they're bad. Um, Boom. Let's get going here. Hey, Lou, how are you? How are things in Iowa tonight? Hope all is well there. No fires. Well, they talk about these wildfires from Canada that are clouding up the United States, and I've had people in Michigan and New York complaining about it. I'm like, it's been nice here, past Toronto. Okay, but I just hung up the phone with somebody else complaining in New York, upstate New York, complaining about it, and I don't know. It's been nice here this weekend. Now that I finally got home, I had a long flight to get back. But I had an amazing Angie and I had an amazing week together, and also Smokey in Iowa. Smokey in Iowa, but we had an amazing week. We'll talk about it a little bit tonight because it was an amazing week this week. I'm going to get started tonight with our unique daily quotes. Our book from April is our book. Our quote tonight is: "Life is inherently risky. There's only one big risk you should avoid at all costs, and that is the risk of doing nothing." Ooh, that one. Truth. Life is inherently risky. There's only one big risk you should avoid at all costs, and that is the risk of doing nothing. Boom. I like it. I like it. Um, well, July is in the books, and I hope it was great for everybody. July is in the books, so I hope your July was great. I know we're starting to get data in from various stores that are letting us know how their July was, but I hope your July was amazing and was just really cool. Um, because July doesn't have to be a dreaded J month. When you plan for it, when you promote events, and events does not have to mean sale. It can be a sale, but it doesn't have to mean a sale. And when you do things like that, you can take a J month and turn it around. I mean, it really can. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Hope all is well in Florida. I'm glad to be back in slightly cooler weather, at least temporarily. Back on the road this week, and back to hot weather. But yeah, it was hot in Florida last week. It was hot when we were in Florida last week. But what was hotter was all the stuff we were doing and accomplishing. And we were on site most of the week. I've lost track. I've lost track of days because Thursday became Friday. I was supposed to be home Thursday night and I didn't get home till Friday at 4 a.m. So it was a long day of being stuck in an airport. It turns out avionics are important in a plane. That's what I am told. I am not an airline expert. I am a resale expert, but I am told avionics second best month ever. I love that, Lou. Albuquerque is 100 plus degrees every day this coming week. Ouch. I got to email you, Kelly, because I have a trip coming up to your neck of the woods. I have a trip coming up to your neck of the woods. And it'll be my first time in your neck of the woods. I have never been to New Mexico. I have never traveled to New Mexico, but I am this fall. I have a business trip booked. Well, my hotel's booked. My airline isn't booked yet. Um, but a ton of new faces for July, but you haven't checked the numbers yet. Well, that's a good start, Jessica. New faces is cool. That is a great way to start. That is a great way to start July. But there's a lot of good things as I've been digging into the numbers with different people. I mean, I have been all over the places with different things, looking at different things lately with people, and the numbers and the trends are really, really good. And that's regardless of what genre of resale it is. So I've been seeing good things in furniture. I've been seeing good things in just general decor, good things in clothing, and good things online. Yes, they are excited for fall. I mean, it is crazy the amount of fall people are buying already. I mean, just seeing some crazy numbers on that from places. So, very, very exciting, very promising things in it. But one of the things I wanted to start to talk about was, part of our experiences in traveling this week. So, we talk about some of the things we're covering in the upcoming seminar in Omaha, but just elevating the customer experience. Angie and I obviously dined out all week. We were on the road. We dined out all week, and we had some very widely different experiences in our dining out. And it was no one thing, it was little things that made it special. It wasn't anything over the top. And I got to tell you, the fanciest restaurant we ate in was not the best service. It is not where we had the best over the top experience. It was actually in the lowest, what would be the considered the lowest tier restaurant that we ate at. And so it was really a variety of experiences. And it really starts with paying attention to your customers and their needs, and prioritizing the customer, and keeping an eye on the little things that are so easy to go unnoticed. Some simple things, refilling your water. I mean, a simple thing, but not simplistic. Making sure your drinks are filled. I actually had what I actually filled out the surveys for each restaurant that we went to that asked, 2 out of the 3 sent me emailed surveys to fill out. And in one of them, they actually asked, so they know they have a problem. They actually asked, did you want to order a second alcoholic drink, and were you prevented from doing so? And it was written in such a way that they knew it's something that's lacking in their service, that their servers tend to forget to ask or follow up with people or notice that their drinks are empty. And so and that's liquor is I mean, let's just be real. Liquor is a huge profit center for restaurants. That is a huge area where they make their money. You gotta figure in a restaurant about a third of the cost of what you spend goes to food, a third goes to labor, and a third goes to your other overhead. And so it's sort of the makeup of the pie of is the simplistic makeup of restaurant income, where the revenue goes. But liquor is a huge of things is a profit center. And so the fact that they have to ask the question, they already know they have a problem there. 115 in Arizona. Whoa. Well, I'm in this week. Last week we were in Florida. This week, we're in different places. Angie and I are in different directions this week. And I'm in Vegas and Texas, and and I know those aren't cool places. Um, but that's when people have time to work with us is opposite seasons. So, when they're slower. But I love that, Lou's already done her numbers, as the one chiming in with that. Um, and um, and had her second best July. I had shared, through work, you can make your worst month one of your best months. Okay. It doesn't happen overnight. And I use the example of taking a July. Okay. I use this in one of our seminars. We took a July from 4 years ago, 4 years ago, no more than 5 years ago. And it was one of the worst months. It was either number 11 or 12. And we then, within 4 years, possibly five, I forget the stat from the thing, but it was no more than five. We made it better than any month that the year that it was the worst. And it became a contender of great months in the existing year. We did that through proper planning, through planning promotions and events, and actually planning our merchandise to the floor better. And so, because the mighty American consumer is always spending, you have to remember that everything that's going on is going on inside your four walls. All the issues of the greater economy, of the greater politics, of the greater everything are just noise. It's noise. It is. Can some of it have a little effect? Sure, but it's an effect that can be both positive and negative. And so when you get out of your head and you actually work on it from the direction of making what you control inside your four walls, it's really amazing the change you can make within your business, because you can really ratchet things up. So um, it is an impressive thing. But you can also do that and increase your spend through excellent service, through beyond. I got a stat here. Hang on a second. I printed it because I liked it so much. I printed this stat. And I hope I'm not stealing any thunder from one of Angie's presentations at the Make It Happen Premier workshop. But I saw this stat today and something that I came across, and I know it's true. 80% of companies say they give great service. And, this is across all companies, all genres, retail, restaurants, everything. And Angie hates the term great customer service. Great service. She hates that, because what is that? And I won't step on toes. I'll let her talk more about that. But it is an awful statement. So 80% say they give great service. Okay. Only 8% of customers say those companies give great service. So 80% over here say they give great service, and only 8% of their customers say they give great service. And part of the problem, and we see this all the time, and we really saw it, it was something, we clearly could see and identify in our various experiences when we were in Florida right now, is that some of the people giving great, or even what they consider to be amazing service, don't know what don't have anything to compare it to. Don't have anything to compare it to. Don't have the concept of anything to compare their service to. and don't understand the difference between good, great, and amazing customer service. They just don't. Um, and because their lens on the world, the experiences they've had have been different. Your service aspect comes from the lens you get and the glasses you wear through society. But, something to think about with that is that the shirt I'm wearing, just keeping it real simple here, the shirt I'm wearing, you could go to the mall and you could buy this shirt at JCPenney, Macy's, and Nordstrom. Those three stores all in the same mall. Okay. And if you haven't done that kind of exercise with yourself or your staff, it really is an amazing way to see the differences. Because if you could buy this at Macy's, JCPenney, and Nordstrom all in the same mall, okay, what's the difference? The price is going to be about the same. Hey, Dodie, how are you? How are things in Texas today? I'm coming to Texas this week. Not your part of Texas, but I am coming to Texas this week. And price is only a small difference between all those stores because they have to remain competitive. So price is not the competitive advantage. And price, quite honest, is a race to the bottom. So there's always somebody that'll beat you on price. That's not the issue. Actually, even Target announced that they are going to stop matching prices. So, price is a race to the bottom. But amazing service, okay, amazing service out of those three in general, using a broad brush, JCPenney, Macy's, and Nordstrom, you're going to have the best shopping experience at Nordstrom. And that doesn't mean it's perfect, but it will be better usually than JCPenney's. Hey, in Colorado. Nice, Dodie. I'm glad you're getting away. Glad you're away from the store. And yes, I would imagine Colorado is cooler than Wichita Falls, Texas. I've spent some time there. So, or Waco, where you're Wichita Falls, right? Wichita Falls. I've been to both. So, but I think you're Wichita Falls. My mind is going blank tonight. My mind is going blank. Too much travel and not enough hours on the ground. Where my mind isn't going the whole time. But so going for the customer experience, once you know you can have an enhanced customer experience for the same money you're already spending or close to it, most people will choose the better experience once they're aware of it. Okay. And once they do that, and it doesn't cost a lot to be amazing. Let me say that again. It doesn't cost a lot to be amazing, because even when Angie first started learning all the skills that she got through Unreasonable Hospitality, okay, and becoming a certified Unreasonable Hospitality coach, she, that was what I was always how much is this going to cost to have better? And, I kept on thinking of all the things and all the experiences that I choose that are better because I want better, and it's not about the money. It's not about spending more. It's about having a better experience, having a first-class experience on a five and dime budget. So it's exciting. So I know so many of you have already signed up for our Make It Happen Premier Workshop in Omaha. If you haven't, all the details are up on the website, nextlevelresale.com. nextlevelresale.com. We're going to have other tidbits and stuff that we'll be posting about and talking about. We're going to probably have a webinar coming up, an extra webinar on it too. But just so excited. I mean, I'm getting really pumped about it. And especially after being with Angie all week. We hadn't been in person together in a while for a whole week. And so it was so exciting to be with her. And we got so energized on things as we went along. It was just an amazing week. You know what else is amazing? This video and everything I talk about, goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell. Ooh, where's my bell? Ring the bell so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish, Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish. But this week I am on the road again. I am on the road again through next Sunday. So I will not be back till Wednesday the 13th. Wednesday the 13th, I will be back on live with you. Angie may sneak in there on the 10th. You never know. So she may sneak in my slot here on the 10th. To fill in for me. I don't think she's around this week on the 6th, but she may sneak in on the 10th because we're both out doing this week, and I'm so excited about it. So excited about it. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. Neil at nextlevelresale.com. I will be in Houston this week. I'm headed to I'm in Vegas first, and then I am in Houston. That is my week this week. Nice, cool places, Dodie. I don't travel to. We travel in opposite seasons when it would be good to go there, to go to places. It's funny when stores have time to work with us. But we have so much fun when we're on site. We have so much fun. But we start the program every night with our unique daily quotes. Our opening quote tonight is, "Life is inherently risky. There's only one big risk you should avoid at all costs, and that is the risk of doing nothing." Our closing quote tonight is, "To live is to risk dying. To hope is to risk despair. To try is to risk failure. But risks must be taken because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing. He may avoid suffering or sorrow, but he cannot learn, feel, change, grow, or live." Woo! That is heavy but true. Heavy but true. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a make it happen premiere party in Omaha at the end of September. You don't want to miss that. It is going to be amazing. But until then, and I'm back on the 13th, I might pop in with a quick live from a couple of my spots here this week. Ooh, calling out April to do a live Wednesday. I like it, Jessica. I like it. But until then, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on the 13th.